Common courtesy from a greeter inside this Chili's is what set this entire incident in motion.
They're hitting me in my head, they're hitting me in my body, they're hitting me everywhere.
It started last week when a group known only as J Party of Six didn't like the wait time.
Get sad, I said it's gonna be another 30 minutes. They were upset. They started yelling. They were like 30 minutes and like just being aggressive.
As they walked out, Brianna Drew said the same line she gives every customer.
They decided they were going to leave. I was like, all right, you all enjoy the rest of your day. And they assumed that I was being sarcastic and trying to like play with them. But I was just, that's brand standard.
But Fox Chicago obtained video showing what happened next. A brutal beating inside the Chili's at Marshville Plaza.
Animals. That's the first thing that comes to my mind is, man, these people are J Party of Six, y'all are animals. This young lady, 19-year-old mother, in the Chicago area, attacked at her job, doing her job. If you go out to restaurants and it's, pretty busy, and you can expect a wait time. I mean, you can go into the parking lot and obviously see that there's cars in the parking lot, so you can anticipate a wait time. She cannot rush people eating their food who are paying patrons of that restaurant just so your party can go sit and eat the same as anyone else. And 9 times out of 10, you guys won't even tip. And it's just like, why do you want to go out in public, attack someone at their job, and look like animals? Cameras everywhere. And of course, Jay, whoever Jay is, of course that's not your real name. Of course you're going to go by an alias. Because in the back of your mind, if you don't get your way or something, this and the third, you're going to act out. And I don't know how people have such entitlement when they go to people's businesses. Chili's is a national brand, a national chain of restaurants. I'm sure you don't have any shares or any ownership in Chili's. So what gives you the entitlement to think that, this person who's, there just to greet you, just to get you, to where you need to be, they're not even your waiter or anything like that. What makes you think she has the power or the authority to go rush another party who is sitting down just so you and your party can go sit down? Like I said, the first thing that comes to my mind is straight animals. This is how animals jump on their prey in the wild. How lions, like female lions, move in packs, and then, they find a gazelle or they find, whatever they want to eat, buffalo, whatever, giraffes, they go and jump on them. And it's just like, what did you gain from this? You didn't gain anything. Now you're on the news, and they're hoping that someone will identify you so you can face assault charges. But man, this is just wild, yo. I just really can't believe it. It's just like, is this what is this how we want to be seen, by society, man? I keep asking that same question over and over again. Because a lot of us, we already have like a negative aura around us already. Like growing up in terrible conditions, a lot of, poverty, drugs, you know, and everything else under the sun. And it's just like, it looks like you would try to have a different mindset, not bring your animalistic ways, and have that affect people who are literally trying to earn a living and provide for their family. I'm gonna let the video play, but this is just outrageous.
Located in the 17 100 block of West 119th Street.
The rest of her party, they came rushing back in the restaurant, and they all kind of just attacked me.
The 19-year-old single mother was first hit by a woman, and then a man joined in. What do you see?
So a woman hit her, and they get to fighting, and then some cowardly man that's within their party also joins in on the attack. Um, it's just, it's no words for it. It's like, who raised y'all? Like literally, who raised y'all? And you go home and you feel proud that you jumped on a woman who was sitting there working. Yeah, you really feel proud about that. Like as a man, they shouldn't even call you a man. Should call you a boy. You feel proud that you did that. You feel like you were justified in coming into this woman's job. You coming to eat, and you end up attacking her over something she has absolutely no control over. And as she said, everywhere has procedures, especially places like that where, you have to be hospitable to, people that come in. You have to be nice, you have to greet them, and you have to also say, something to them when they're leaving. That's just standard for these type of places, these type of restaurants. It's just ridiculous.
When you look at this, chaos, it was a lot. I don't even remember all of this happening.
Chicago police were called, but by the time officers arrived, the attackers were gone. The damage, physical and emotional, is not.
Because my head was so sore, I couldn't touch it to take out my hair. And then I have more. Oh no. Back here.
Drew has worked at this location for 2 years. She's been off the job for a week, trying to process what happened, and says Chili's needs to add security.
I just want to know, how will they move forward? How will they fix that? How will they avoid that happening again?
We reached out to Chili's for a comment, and so far, we haven't heard back. As for Drew, she's bruised but not broken.
At no point did I threaten anyone. At no point did I say that I was going to do anything. I was quiet.
Man, they took her hair. They literally pulled her hair out her head to where that's man. Maybe in certain areas where crime is very high, Chili's or any of the restaurants may want to consider having security. It's a shame that they would have to hire a security firm in order to come and make sure that their employees are not going to be attacked by patrons and things like that. It's just like, man, if you're gonna act like that, just stay your ass at home. Cook or whatever you can do, order, you know, but don't come out in public and act like a pack of wild animals. It's absolutely, it's just no excuse for it. And honestly, man, I'm hoping that they find the individuals who were, the J Party of Six, and something, they at least get some charges or something like that. I'm talking again, I really, stuff like this, man, because I've worked in restaurants and stuff like that before. So even grocery stores. So you get rude people. Even my work experience within call centers, of course, because that's over the phone. I mean, there's rude people all over of all types. It's just not one specific type. But my thing is, what does it do for you? When you carry on and act that way, it does absolutely nothing. You know, you look foolish, and hopefully this young lady is able to, I mean, it's very traumatic when people jump on you. I've also experienced that. Definitely makes you paranoid and stuff like that. But you hopefully she's able to move forward. From what they're saying, she's a young mother, so of course she has a responsibility that she has to take care of, and she has to make sure that her young one has. So hopefully she's able to return to work, and hopefully Chili's, um, you know, Of course, they didn't give a statement. You know, most of these companies never will give a statement to the news, but hopefully internally, they're able to, do something for this young lady. I'm not necessarily sure that they will, but this is a very, very sad story, man. It seems like every day, I know I love covering the news, but it's just like every day, man. It's like the stories just get crazier and crazier. I thought like before I started YouTube, I thought I heard crazy stories and it was like thinking in my head certain things that now I'm actually coming and doing videos on, but it's just this right here is just wow. But I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. If you like my content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you keep commenting because I love reading the comments and just seeing where people's minds are at and what they think. And again, this is Justin Paul. Peace.